Good evening or good afternoon, ladies and gents. Hope you are doing well. Welcome back to DXB Crypto, another live show. And boy, oh boy, are we in for the ride of our lives. We're going to get stuck in straight away. And I hope you realize where we are in the market, because things just look like they're about to take off. And we don't want to have any long-term bearish sentiments. Although, to be honest, I've been degenerating in the last couple of days, playing about with the futures market for obvious reasons. But yeah, we don't want to do any of that, guys. So welcome back. I hope you are healthy, happy, and you are looking after your portfolio, piling up your USD, and yeah, well, let's get into it. So, guys, look, one thing you'd notice here is Bitcoin dominance is up slightly today, but overall from 57 to 56, that's a good sign. And I think we get a massive run this time. This winter is going to be different. So this is every cycle and post-halving. So look where we are. If I just zoom in a little bit more, this entire story is going to be filled. And in my opinion, I think we have agreed to a certain extent that not a lot of shit coins are going to work. You still have something to do about that if you are still playing in that low cap gems, gem hunting. If you're looking for that sub 10 million cryptocurrency, a lot of great projects moving. We'll talk about Peaq. We'll talk about Sui. We'll talk about the impact of Sui's overall projection in terms of, Mr. Labs being backed by the likes of Grayscale and Franklin Templeton, amongst others. And I genuinely see a $20 target for Sui would not be beyond, beyond reasonable expectation. In addition to that, guys, we also have something that I consider to be the biggest in terms of the additional news. You've got Sonium potentially launching on Binance Smart Chain Launchpad. That could be incredibly bullish overall. And then, of course, for Casper tomorrow, we've just had. I just listened to a very good Spaces on KRC20s. So Casper KRC20s launching tomorrow. So a lot going on, guys. In terms of my own personal sentiment, like I've said to the group, I have been buying what I consider to be value. And I tweeted today that most people don't realize the difference between price and value. So price is what you pay for an asset. Value is what you get out of. And in my opinion, when you consider that, when you change your mindset in terms of the way you allocate into a portfolio, you start to realize that sometimes we've all got it wrong. It's human nature to do that, but it's our portfolio, it's our investment. Everyone's got the right to do what they expect to be the ultimate portfolio. But I'm looking at the market in multiple different ways. Alephium has been running, and you know how I feel about communities in terms of projects, and I talked about this. A lot of my sorry, it's just soothing my throat. A lot of the community, we've kind of been talking about the fact that okay, if you pick a low cap gem, make sure it has network effect, and I consider Alephium as a low cap. If anyone tells you that $100 million market cap or slightly above is way too big for you to play with, then they have no idea what they're talking about. So right now, the biggest problem I see amongst many investors is the portfolio is still heavily on the degen side, on the meme coin side. And we will talk about meme coins. I've just discovered a meme coin that I think could do really well for people, but it's still very early. So should you recommend that to people to buy just because you're looking at something, or should you really consider the core in terms of what we allocate to? Now, Alephium community is where I want to start today. when we talk about having the network effect, so let's link it to the cycle. Okay, so we're looking at this cycle right now. This is the kind of a snapshot of all the other cycles, and really what happens post halving. And you can see here from 2019, 2020 here to 2021. So we still have this entire picture to write. Look how early we are. We are incredibly early. And especially if you've got a FOMO sentiment within you, if you think that you're missing out on gains because you don't have a dry powder, we're all human. Our only limitation here is how much we can spend. There are no shortages of great projects to basically to get into. However, the discipline comes. What are you going to back? And again, do not marry the back. If your first thesis is wrong, you need to change it. You have time. If we consider 2025 as a blank canvas, the question is, how would you write the rest of your 2024? And I do foresee a parabolic stage coming up for Bitcoin, the likes which many of the investors have not seen before. And compared to where we were like in the last few months, you'd look back at these prices now and think, okay, dollar cost averaging was my best way forward. But I just think if we've got this entire story to run, what are you doing? There's no coincidence that people are saying when you allocate into your projects, there are multiple factors that go into it. One of them is price, of course. Market cap is probably the key, but do not put everything into the market cap, because the market cap alone can actually get your investments or investment attitude completely wrong. If the project has strength, if the project has done previously, in fact, in this whole downturn, what projects have done well. And with that being said, let's have a look at the top 100. You can see here, Bitcoin just, it's not the worst thing for Bitcoin to be doing this right now, because I think in the next coming days and weeks, we'll start to see a massive volatility come into the market leading up to the FOMC. So if you were, some of you, especially the guys I talked to in the Discord, some of you have large money to play with, some of you have smaller amounts of money to play with, but you can always extract maximum value in terms of how you position yourself. But so far, in terms of my allocations, Sui has crept into this kind of portfolio, and I've been buying Sui for both of my portfolios. In fact, I've been putting more money into it in terms of the dollar spent. So no wonder it's made its way to the top of this portfolio. But you can see here, that is solid. I would say if I had to go into a bull market with a set of or a portfolio like that, I'd be very happy. And of course, I have a larger allocations to some of these ones on the right, even though the dollar value seems smaller now, but I do hold them especially for example, AI tech, I do hold it at a much, much bigger allocations in terms of tokens and a dollar value. So if you had to look at that portfolio today, and again, I still have dry powder on the sidelines, and that dry powder can go into the rest of the portfolio to obviously make a significant improvements in certain positions. But I'd be happy not putting $1 back into the market and allocating, say, for example, $50,000 or below in this particular manner. You can see here the pattern's quite clear. Layer one with a massive, what I consider to be huge backing. The Grayscale, we talked about it last week. Grayscale Trust is now trading. Grayscale Sui Trust. And again, all of a sudden, I'm not flipping to be the biggest Sui maxi. I'm more than happy to take 10 to 20x on this play, right? But I know a good horse when I see one, and I'm able to have the flexibility in my mentality to consider that as a play. Now, in terms of where I expect most gains, for example, Alephium for me would be, Alephium, for example, would be a 50x potential, could be a 30x as a bear case, or as a base case if it gets to the level of Casper. But we need to talk portfolios, and I think if we are not considering some decent quality, along with many tokens that will be what I consider to be degen plays, then you're making that mistake. So I hope that's very clear. I hope you understand where my mind is in terms of why I'm actually buying SUI, and why I bought the other projects that I bought, that I talk about. I'm never going to tell you that a cryptocurrency is basically shit. I want to tell you, if it's shit, the reasons why you shouldn't buy it, right? That's way more important than actually just telling you that I just don't like it. Because I don't like it means, for many of us, we can't afford it. I cannot afford to have, I've cut down in my large portfolio from 60 positions right down to 16, because I knew I was always going to do that. So that is the fundamental thing that we have to focus on. We've got to focus on portfolio structure, not so much on heavy on the low caps, and then obviously find our way. So I hope that's a good enough introduction. And now I'm going to come to you guys in the comments, see what's going on. What's going on, Adam? I hope you're doing well. Big game tomorrow is the North London Derby. Thoughts on Layer AI? LAI. Let's have a look at LAI. And I think off the bat, the LAI is something that I traded previously. It's down 10% today, $4 million in market cap. And I personally see better cryptocurrency in the AI space to this one. So, and the reason why I wouldn't buy it is purely because of the fact that it has been kind of up and down. These periods are quite concerning for me. The charts I'm looking at right now are a lot more stable in terms of the peaks and troughs. But overall, look, I would not consider this one, even though it's a $4 million market cap. It's just not something that I would recommend to hold for the simple reason that I don't think I'll get maximum gains out of this one. The fully diluted is what, 37 million. So if you add that dilution, you can actually find better AI projects just because of, like AI Tech, for example, a lot bigger in terms of market cap. But I'd rather park, say, $5,000 into that at this stage of the market than maybe take a punt on something like Layer AI. Q&A 3. You know what? I've never looked into that one at all. But let's have a look. Oh, okay. Have they rebranded this? Not quite sure. But what is it? $13 million in market cap, fully diluted 90 million. Again, there's dilution there. Not all the supply is out. On the BNB Smart Chain. What can I say? In terms of this project, I don't, again, I hardly see anyone talking about this. So perhaps maybe at this stage of the cycle, it will do well. Trade smarter, AI power your crypto moves. It's similar to maybe, I'd put the money in Ori chain compared to this. Yo, Pratik, this guy knows all about the SUI ecosystem. Nice one. Fud the Pug, maybe a good buy if you're bullish on SUI. Yeah, it's part of that whole SUI ecosystem. And I think I've got the, it should be here, FUD. I don't think it's on. Let me just add it. They've also got two other tokens on the SUI network, two other meme coins. It's not on CoinMarketCap, but yeah, I get what you mean. Now, SUI so far, of course, they haven't launched the SUI named services. That's going to launch. I believe that's an airdrop, and you've got to create yourself the SUI wallet. It's fairly safe. It's actually got a good iOS wallet. which is what I use. It's not on Tangent. You can actually, of course, store that in Ledger. But once you get any airdrops, which you do, the issue with Ledger is you get a lot of malicious NFTs, and you just don't want to risk it. So you want to hold it in the Sui wallet. If you want to stake it, you want to stake it in the Sui wallet. Not that I would recommend in this stage of the bull market, because you're not going to get those great returns. But this ecosystem is fascinating, and I think if I add, let's add Turbos in there, see what Turbos is doing. Yeah, so you've got a small selection of tokens here that you can potentially play around with, and the other one that's missing from here is Navi, and they are going to launch 2 new tokens. A DeFi project as well, which is, I think, going to be incredibly bullish. So just pay attention. Look, if the layer 1 is too expensive for you, or you don't want to have a potential shot at a 20x with something that is quite an incredible technology, a very, very good layer 1, then playing in the ecosystem is going to be your best bet into finding a good Sui project. Salam, bro. How are you? When are we waiting for to eat the dips? Yeah, the dips will come. Look, if you actually think about the way the market is today, it's all about what you want to buy in terms of, or what you want to DCA into. Because I believe some projects that we obviously some projects that we hold or are looking at are slightly undervalued, but overall, let me bring up, let's just go to this list here. Look, let's go through these one by one. So look, you can see here, Casper is going to have that pump because tomorrow is KRC 20 day. And you know what happens when KRC 20 comes? It's always incredibly bullish for Casper. Now, a lot of people have been complaining about Casper not going higher sooner, and I think those people are mistaken. I think Casper has been building momentum, and this is obviously going to be the first time. Hopefully, everything goes smoothly tomorrow. So you could look at Casper for a pullback. I wouldn't actually buy this. In terms of my overall value levels, it's going to be way below 13 cents. Will it come back to that at this stage of the market? It all depends on what kind of a sell-off we get next week. So you could look at Casper. AGI is another one that you could look at in terms of where it is right now, below 10 cents if we get one last hurrah. But if you don't have AGI, then perhaps these levels could be quite good. I can see there's a couple of support levels there already. So AGI is another one that you could potentially DCA down into. It is actually falling a little bit. And let's have a look at mint layers been pumping. Look, this is the most divisive cryptocurrency that I've ever covered. And each day it goes up, people get closer to ultimately making a decision on what their long-term bag is going to be and whether it's going to include ML. But we have noticed that it's now officially, it pumps very hard with Bitcoin. All right. As a, of course, a Bitcoin layer 2. And they've been making a lot of effort in terms of improving the website, in terms of the RWA aspect of the project. Today they posted something about becoming a validator and securing the network with 40,000 tokens. Maybe some of you want to do that. And they were offering something like 90% in terms of rewards for that. But look at that. It does actually bounce back, and obviously went all the way to 16 cents. Give this a better market condition. Listen, guys, look, if you're in ML and you're thinking, obviously, two things. Either you want to do 100x with ML. Is there a possibility of that? Of course there is. It's a micro cap. We don't know what type of money is going to come into. It's got 27 or 26 VC. So you might want to just sit tight on these smaller plays, because for every one of these, your large cap should carry some momentum for you. But what the problem is, if you've got a portfolio of 10 projects and all 10 projects are under 10 million in market cap, then you don't get the luxury of having a balance balanced mind going into the next phase. So that's something to consider. Manta just went out from its low and is shot up. I'm not holding Manta anymore, but it was one of the adjustments that I made. I made that at a loss, but it was a calculated risk and a calculated loss, because I knew my position, or the ability to free up money from Manta, was going to give me a better opportunity elsewhere, and I was able to absorb that loss already into the projects that I'm actually allocating that money into. We look at Miria. Is this a buy right now? I would say Miria has pumped quite nicely from these lows. All right, and I'm looking at. Let's flip this to the daily, so you get a better idea of where things are. So if you look at Miria on the daily right now, you can clearly see that it's got some momentum to the upside, but the RSI is completely oversold. Will these prices pull back? Yes, they will pull back. Nothing goes straight up forever. But from those lows, it's actually up from that wick over there to here. Yeah, it's up like 50%. You're not missing the boat. And the reason I'm showing you all of these charts is because majority of these charts, I mean, this is the most riskiest chart in the whole of crypto right now, and that's shrapnel. So you've got to have balls of steel. They are going through some legal disputes. Things have not worked out for them. It's not a chart that fills you with any confidence at all. So to buy shrapnel now is just to completely degen, right? You're looking at something that is completely beat down, and if it does a 100x from here, congratulations, you bought a dead chart because you believe that this was going to pump hard with the gaming season. But so far, nothing suggests that this project has any legs at the moment. If this is all-time low after all-time low after all-time low. This is, what are we looking at? AI tech. So you notice something with AI tech, guys. It's just broken out, or it's just attempting to break out of this descending wedge. You can see here, look, what you need to do is wait for price to actually start forming some kind of finding some kind of balance here. And you just got to keep it simple. You can see these things visually. You don't have to be an expert in charting to use the free version of TradingView, and maybe even start getting into doing some of these things yourselves. But you can see here, it's not really time to buy yet. Okay, if you get a rejection out of that, you need at least a confirmation candle to finish above that. Then you realize the chart is moving up. Now, again, most of these RSIs on the daily are oversold. So you've got to just wait for those for the RSI to cross on its way down. I think it gets a rejection, and then the price comes right back down. So what kind of price would I expect for this to come back at? If we get rejected, I can always see that 7.2 cent as a good way of setting up a limit order, because it is a previous support level, or it is the support level from the previous move. And if we continue, one that I've been keeping my eyes on very much is OTK. Now, OTK is a tiny play in my portfolio, so nothing too crazy, but it had a massive strength coming out of its sell-off, basically, when the market crashed. OTK was one of the best performers in terms of coming out of this low and then just finding a sideways. That's good. That's very healthy. But if we start going to this 50% level of this move, what you will see very clearly is where we're getting rejected from right now. We could actually bounce back maybe to the lower portions of this this sideways move, and I would pick up more around to from where it is all the way down to here, maybe looking at 3.5 or 2.8, and set a limit order, because the price is clearly heading that way. Look at Tau, for example, right? So I was saying, look, Tau was just kind of like in this range, but look how it came out. So what you're looking for in all of these cryptos, if it's not doing this, or kind of showing you a way to sit beyond um, what I consider to be basically that bearish downward price movement, and it's not giving you at least one or two strong candles, there could be a more potential for the price to go the other way. So as long as the price has a chance of moving downwards, you've got more opportunity in getting some of these tokens for a lot cheaper. Let's look at GFAL. I'm not even going to talk about GFAL because in my group, they've got the most hilarious chart. And I don't really want to say what that chart is because it is very, very rude. But GFAL had... GFAL are now officially in Dubai. They've obviously relocated here. We should start harassing them for an AMA to explain themselves. You know, Elemental Raiders. To be fair, they've come out with tons, or their marketing has actually come out, and they were a lot better. They were at the event in Dubai. And look, you know, if they lose momentum here, they just don't dip below a penny. That's the only problem. Look, it's been a massive, again, just moving down with the market. But GFAL haven't actually dropped below these prices since they started going sideways. You can see all of their price action has been in this small little range. So they go up here to just over 1 cent, and then they come back down. They bounce off here. So that's what it is. So if there's relative strength for GFAL, it's just the fact that they're going sideways and they're not doing a shrapnel. Will I buy it right now? Well, the token, I hold it. I sold a ton of it. I got out of, I think, something like 60% of my GFAL position of 1 million tokens because I just feel like the money could be spent elsewhere, heavily focused on things like Marvia, Echelon Prime, very, very strong cryptocurrencies. And these are all gaming tokens that I'm talking about. Again, this is G-Swift. They've announced that token burn. But since then, obviously, not a lot going on in terms of the chart. But I can see there's a bullish candle here and their daily RSI, and it's on its way up. Now, again, this one is very, very hard to call. But what I would say is they've just got to come back into this price range. And you can see if they start going over 10 cents, that is a confirmation that this project is back. Is it a good buy below 10 cents? If you're going to take a calculated risk, let's say you were going to put, I don't know, $500 into a shitty meme coin, I would say get some G-Swift. It's, you know, same as Corpo Games, as I will show you in a minute, because the price is so beat down that the upside is definitely there. Because don't forget, you know, we just don't buy things that are, you know, price versus value, you know, at the end of the day. So that's another thing you can look at. And then we move down this list. Look, Corpo World is, for me, without a shadow of a doubt, under 10 cents, one of the best buys. And the chart will not actually give you any confidence at all of buying right now. You can see here, if we get more price, if it comes back to this box, which I think it might do, that's 7.5 cents. It's a great buy. Where it is right now, is it a good buy? Yes, it is. 8 cents. It's well below where it's meant to be. And a lot of tokens are like that, guys. I can take you through the entire. Let's look at Tectum real quick. Yeah, look at that. You know, like I put this $12 target here a while back, and if I just mark that level for you, yeah, I think once Tectum comes out of this, the price goes straight to about $12. With Tectum, my thesis is this project under $10 is a great buy. So right now it's what, 877. Oversold here on the RSI. Let me just put those lines here. So in a year from now, I mean, people were buying this at $30, $40. You've got to remember that. And in a year from now, you're not going to say to yourself, oh, I bought Tectum at $7. I bought it at $5. The question or the talk will be, I sold Tectum at $250, at $300. You know, the tokenomics, what they stand for, the ramp up of marketing. There's a lot of bullish aspects of this project. I think there could be more adoption. in the entire, again, a layer one, a layer two Bitcoin narrative. It just, it fits into so many different narratives. Again, some of you might be looking for big caps. Again, Ondo here, Ondo's Ondo. And Alf had a barnstorming last few days. The hash rate is at its all-time high, and the price, literally, there was resistance at 160. It just literally started to form above that. So remember when I used to say 150 was a good buy and 140? Well, that's if we come back down. So that's just a quick overview of some of these projects. But majority of these tokens that I'm talking about right now, and especially to Hamza, these are all undervalued. So whether you put, 10%, 5% here, you buy $100 there, $5,000, you just, depending on your dry powder, you just stagger your orders. Can you talk about FDV market cap of Peaq network, when it will launch? I think Peaq launches in Q4. Let's have a look. Peaq network. Let me just go here. Can't even get them, man. Explore. Search for Peaq. Okay, where is it? Let me just... Yeah, listen, this is going to launch at a big market cap. I don't know exactly what that market cap is going to be, but it's going to be one of the biggest Peaq network. Yep, it's going to be one of the biggest cryptocurrencies. So I don't really see sub $100 million in terms of valuation, if I'm being honest. The date I'm not really sure about, but if you look at all the partnerships, and again, I'm actually going to post something in the Discord to get people ready. I've already done that for the pre-sale, but this is huge, guys. This one is going to be the ultimate, deep in project. And let's see if they've made any announcements. It's time to get real. So what's that? 22nd of yeah, they're actually going to launch this month, by the looks of things. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be one of the main layer ones. It's going to have a ridiculous valuation. If you think of, so the last launch that was done, because we went to the pre-sale, was around, what was it, ATH, Aether, and that straight away had a crazy valuation. So it's not going to be small, in my opinion. And yeah, this is one of the ones I'm looking for in terms of that deep in space. Yeah, this is going to be insane. I mean, the partnerships are ridiculous already as it is. They work with the likes of Bosch, many companies. Let's have a look. They have partnership with the likes of Natix, and they've got many RWA projects that will potentially move over to their layer one. So Natix is one already, and few projects that are under development. So yeah, this one's going to be a giant. I think you just have to set a date for this. Bro said, look at Ori. Listen, I held Ori chain for the longest time, then I sold it. Of course, there's a lot of activities going on right now, but what I do like is the fact that this is almost fully diluted. One of the better AI projects outside of what I would say the typical YouTube AI projects. Now, a lot of people will say this is a kind of an older project. You can see here, got to just over $100 in the last cycle. And but what you have this time around is a newer narrative. They've actually rebranded their website. It looks much better now. And there's a lot of things coming here in terms of the being a layer one for AI. They're developing LLMs. So yeah, this is a good project. I think this is one of the projects I would say outside of my holdings right now that I wish I never sold. But but I actually made a decent profit from it. So yeah, it's good. I like it. All right, Chain, you've got to check it out. There's a lot that's going on. If you look at their ecosystem, and I think they've got new, so they've got the DEX, the wallet, they've got AI, LLMs, plenty of things going on with this one. How high do you think Sui would go? I think Sui gets to a $60 billion market cap, $50 to $60 billion. There is a lot of competition between Sui and Aptos, of course. Some people argue that those two move projects will share the market cap, and I don't really see the case. But let's look at Sui at $50 billion valuation. So if we actually go by let's go with BNB first, because I genuinely see that Sui could potentially get to the market cap of BNB. Now that's 80 billion, so that will be on the higher side. Now don't forget, BNB is propped up, of course. That valuation is just incredible. It's the fourth largest cryptocurrency in the world, but a $30 Sui on the high end is, I don't know if it does that. That's going to be a stretch. I mean, I'm looking at more of a $20, $25 on an insane run. But yeah, all-time high. I mean, that's 100 billion. So I don't think it does that. But guys, we're forgetting it's a bigger cycle. So we've got to consider inflation. We've got to consider 1 billion people across the world now in crypto, as opposed to 300 million people in the last cycle or thereabouts holding cryptocurrency or had some kind of interaction with crypto. So it could be a bit bigger cycle, but as a quality project, I think Sui can go after that place below Solana, because I think Solana dwarfs a lot of definitely takes over BNB, and Solana will be the third largest cryptocurrency. If we look at a different angle, let's look at Sui and Cardano. Let's look at Sui and Cardano. This is probably where, this is the Casper comparison, right? So right now, if it gets to $12 billion, you only do a 4x on your money, 4.6. So just over 4.5x at $4 at $12 billion in valuation, right? If we go to the high, this is where it starts to get interesting. So a little bit below that, let me compare it to, let me just go to 50, around 50 billion, $40 billion in valuation. Let's look at where SHIB got to last cycle. I believe this was around, let's see, 20, was it between 20 and, yeah, $43 billion. So if we look at the all-time high here, let's look at the, okay, Sui would be, yeah, 45 billion. So what is this? Sui's, is that Shiba Inu? Shina Inu. Jeez. Shiba Inu, bruv, not Shina Inu. Yeah, so all-time high here at 44x. Yeah, it's slightly above that. This is more of a realistic Sui price prediction, in my opinion. $15 to $25. So I think it gets over $50 billion, $60 billion, more or so. Yo, first appearance. What is going on, bro? Rafa in the building. Pick up yourselves, DXB community. Fuad in the house. Some respect. Best crypto. Oh, thank you, man. That's too kind, bro. Smash the like. Smash the like, man. Hamza is my brother, man. Looking forward to see you guys in the Netherlands. I keep accumulating more. Crypto Shark, what's happening, bro? Look, it's one of these ones that are incredible. It dropped massively. I think 42. Menaki. This is like $40 million. Can never spell Manaki. There you go. Japanese is not one of my strongest points. Yeah, $49 million. So this has come down quite a bit, and you keep accumulating it. Look, it's a good meme. I like it a lot. Having said that, what percentage of your portfolio does it make? And of course, look at the trading volume. It's decent. Yeah, I think this one gets to maybe $1 billion, maybe more. Yeah, it's a good one. It's one that I would consider actually holding into the latter stages of the bull market as a meme token. Crypto Shark, your Avon Duo has been on Avon token. Not familiar with that one, bro. Avon, is that on Pulse Chain? Yo, Peter in the building. What's happening, my brother? Yeah, what's up? Cast to $3, out to 40 plus. No move, but move is. You already know. Yeah, Casper to $3. Look, I've always said from the beginning, I don't know why people just, I think there's a problem. If Casper gets to $10, or I'll be a multi-millionaire, man. I would love for Casper to get to those incredible price targets, but we've got to be realistic. Casper is no longer the Sui is half the market cap of Casper right now. That's how we're talking about something that was fair launch and something that had this massive retail backing. But I think Casper does incredibly well from here, and what I would probably say, the $3 would be the top that it gets. I won't stick around for more than $3, to be honest. Maybe that's the other conversation we need to have about Casper, right? No one's really talking about that in terms of, okay, there's a lot of Casper millionaires that will be printed. And I just feel like, if you're holding the golden level, which I think is between 50 to 100,000 for most retail investors, if you got in 100,000 tokens, I have a video on my channel buying 100,000 tokens for $700 or $800. I can't remember how much it was, but something quite stupid. So you have it, or 1,200. I can't remember how much it was, but it's very, very cheap. And what I would say is, for me, you've got to just rehearse the exit for Casper. That is something that I cannot stress enough to the community, to each and every single one of you, because all the moon boys, like people that have bought a lot of Casper, will tell you, yeah, it's going to get to $10. I'd love to see Casper get to $10. Don't get me wrong. But most of us know we don't hang around. Like, let's say you did a 10x on a meme coin right now, and I know many of you have actually smashed it with meme coins. Do you realize the nerve that it takes to hold at the top of the bull cycle? You're going to be made, you have to be made, you got to be the Teflon Don. You're going to be made of something quite incredible, because you're going to see that money appear in your wallet. 20x, 15x, whatever, of course, you got to pull money. And we tell ourselves all of these stories of how to pull the money out. But no one goes to bed and just forgets about the fact that they unless you are incredibly naive in terms of not taking profits. So I feel like if anybody gets wrecked, or if any community members get wrecked in this cycle, it's going to be the Casper community. Take my warning for that. And again, at 50 cents, I'm already prepared to take a significant amount of profit, of course, naturally. And I'm just being honest with everybody here. At that level, I've been holding it for, that would be over 2 years for me. So what do you think the people that are, I'm nothing compared to some of the big wallets. Having said that, that's not to scare you off Casper. That's to actually tell you, be vigilant about price targets. And what Peter is saying here is absolutely spot on. If the $3 target is there, the moment you start going under 90 cents, trigger finger comes out. You remove risk. You take some out. You take your initial out at the $1.50, whatever. You take some profits, maybe 25%. Whatever you're gonna do, you have to be very clear with it. okay, and then leave a small bag, maybe 25%, maybe 15% of your bag, 10% for the crypto galaxy targets, right? So that so you can then hit your targets. But boy oh boy, this is the one community that I'm actually most worried about, because I think, look, with Alephium, it's straightforward. We're going to be printing. We're going to see money that we've never seen before come out of this small layer one, which is 151 or $150 million in market cap, right? With Casper, there's going to be a lot of YouTubers saying we're just getting started at $1 plus. Yeah. It's nowhere near. Shit. I'm telling my group right now, expect some sell alerts, right? Whether we like it or not, I don't know. But we're going to be taking profits. You know, if it goes over $1, I think those will be quite regulated, in my opinion. So yeah, just be careful with that one. What's the meme coin that you talked about at the start of the live stream, Peaq? The meme coin that I talked about is actually not that. What is it called? I bought a little bit of it. It's actually called Freeway. This is not even on Coin Market Cap yet. Yeah, so it's called Freeway. I think you can only find it on. Let me just see if I can find it here. I posted to the group last night, but do not buy this. Do not buy this at all. I bought it because I like. I love the story of Freeway Ricky Ross, the boss. But this is not a chart or something to buy at all. You know, this is not for the faint-hearted. I think it's already. Is this the one? FDV, 300K FDV. I don't know if this is the one. But yeah, if this is the one, then it's the one. But yeah, do not buy this. This is not a drill. But yeah, I do hold a token called Freeway, which is something that I bought at $92,000, 92K valuation. Aaron, Arc Block, ABT. Look, you're gonna have those moments. First of all, are you up on ABT? Because there's a lot of factors. You know, this is what, $169 million in market cap. See, has actually done incredibly well since, you know, I remember when this was going for peanuts last year. Nobody looked at this. So listen, you know, I can't tell you to sell your ABT, but it really depends what you're looking for, I would say. Yo, Big Ben, salam, bro. What's going on? Hope you're doing well. Do you think we can buy again? Okay, proof of work project like Casper and Octa in the next bear market? Absolutely. So Casper is a multi-cycle play for sure. The other cryptocurrencies are smaller in terms of market cap. I think we'd have to go, of course, we have to wait and see how they perform in this cycle so we can actually buy them back again. But yeah, pretty much so. The ones I would buy back, I mean, listen, I talked about something that no one's talking about, and see if I've actually got this as a discussion point. We've got to look at both sides of the crypto game. What was it? So I talked about Tether, okay? And I talked about Tether because Tether is a big chain hanging on the necks of the of crypto investors, because Tether, unlike USDC, there's basically power play to dominate the stablecoin market for crypto. Right now, of course, Tether is outside of that Coinbase gang, the Circle gang, all right? Brian Armstrong and those guys. So for many years now, Tether was the kind of elephant in the room. And you can see here, there's something that I talked about today. I'm talking about in relation to the next bear market, guys. So what could be the cataclysmic event that sends crypto to an FTX times 10 if they're going to shake out retail again and make crypto more institutional. And I think the question of, or the accusation of Tether is something that is in the back of my mind every time this comes up. So talking of bear market, of course, this is not to be bearish, but how do we hold our stable coins post bear market? And that's something that we need to prepare for in the next cycle. But if you saw this report in my video today, and consumer research analyst said that USDT issuer has yet to conduct an audit of its reserves. Right now, the stablecoin received 4 out of 5 stability rating in the S&P Global rating, where 5 is the worst. Now you could see here, this is going into more geopolitics than it is just crypto alone. But Tether would be, I think, the mother of all shocks that causes the next bear market potentially. The report includes a letter to the governors of all U.S. What do you see here? When I talked about the use of crypto as a political weapon, look, if the US is going to pass crypto-friendly laws, then it's got to control the supply and dynamics of Tether. That's without a saying. And how can they do that? Well, they can do that through USDC. So, this is all about Tether's Peaq activities. In addition to the open letter, the consumer research has launched a special resource detailed description of its claims. Now, thus, the organization accuses Tether of repeatedly promising to audit its reserves thoroughly. Despite the promises, the project has never provided a full report from a respected auditing firm. This will get resolved. And they say they also saw similarities with the situation with FTX and Alameda Research. Tether's lack of transparency is reminiscent of the circumstances that led to the FTX collapse. Now, if they do this, this will be, I mean, imagine you went through an entire bull market, right? And you've got USD. I'm going to stash some USDT. That's why I'm actually going to go into fiat for the majority. This is why I'm going to advise my group, do not be fooled. Get yourself multiple currency accounts, all right? You know, move to Dubai if you have to, open a bank account in a crypto-friendly country like Portugal, or go to, I don't know, somewhere in Central America if you're from the if you're from that part of the world. But this tells us that they are already, and they've been chasing Tether. If you guys were here in 2017, pretty much the news was quite consistent. In fact, before FTX, the topic of the last bear market was the collapse of Tether. Now, of course, I'm not saying any of this is going to happen, but I'm telling you, is my reason of cashing out into stable coins and very quickly being in liquid assets, putting some money into a bank and leaving a small percentage as stable coins, whether I use USDC or USDT. That's going to be anyone's, everybody's can do a risk management on that. But you're starting to see the opening salvos of the war that's been fought between the US and the rest of the international community when it comes to the dominance of the main stablecoin, which is obviously, and then of course the European Union favoring USDC. So this continues. I mean, it says, as you will see the outline of the attached consumer warning, Tether is the same issue as FTX and Celsius. So this is what they wrote to Congress and Celsius before it collapsed, potentially costing consumers billions of dollars. Ooh, so they're warning us, potentially costing consumers. Deceptive, but we like to read, so we'd like to stay informed, right? You're not gonna take my USDT like that, because it's all gonna go into 90% or 80% will go into fiat straight away. So finally, the company is blamed for doing business with unscrupulous partners, and this is the geopolitical side of things. Analysts believe that the company failed to prevent USDT from being used as a circumvent into international sanctioned and other illegal activities. Holy moly. And then he goes on to say the company is accused the issue of USDT stablecoin of having ties to Russia and Russian and Chinese authorities, terrorist organizations, and drug cartels. Get in there, son. They're coming after our USDT in the long term. All right. So this is not to cause panic, but better you know, because obviously the better you know, the better you will take action. But I see this as the massive trigger to the and then it goes on and on and on, and Russian oligarchs, weapons. I mean, you're starting to get into that territory. Drug dealers, hustlers, youngsters, and gangsters living amongst us, calling us gangsters. Guys, smash the like if you're finding this value, man. You guys are stingy with your likes. I've only got 5 likes. For crying out loud. 40 to 80 billion, Sui. How long would it take? Love the name, bro. Jirang. How long will it take? It will take to the top of the bull cycle. Hey, brother, good luck in tomorrow's game. Listen, you know what? I just didn't bring the red hat. Thank you so much, bro. Are you a Spurs fan by any chance? Let me know, bro. Well, yeah, thank you for that. North London derby is always banging. I have a bag of 20k Marvia tokens. Whoa, Mr. Super Cup. Congratulations, brother. Can it be converted into 1 million in this bull run? Ooh, brother, you've actually got a very, very good bag. And telling you that you're going to be millionaire on live may not be the safest thing to do. But what I would give you is a price range target, a realistic price target, and a kind of a bullish target. So let's go to Gala. Let's go to Gala Games. Where are you, Gala? Yeah, let's go to the Gala token, right? So if Marvia right now, of course, with a slight dilution, which is absolutely negligible, $22 Marvia would be 17 times your money, right? But let's go to the all-time high of Gala Games, because that was around that $5 billion market cap. Now, am I planning for this? Absolutely not. I think for me, with a bag like that, you need to be out of the market between $50 to $100 maximum, right? So if it goes to $4 billion or $4.5 billion, it's about 130x from here. But do not calculate that, because your bag is so big. So you've got to go to a slightly lower market cap in terms of targets. Let's have a look at IMX. Of course, the projects are not comparable. I'm just using the market cap as a benchmark. So this is more what you need to expect. Around, say, $2 billion is what? $67, 50x on your money. So if anyone's saying, guys, Marvia is not a good investment, Marvia only needs to get to $2 billion, maybe $3 billion to give you life-changing money. And of course, IMX did go all the way to about 4 billion, I think 5 billion in terms of market cap. Again, that's going to be like ridiculous X's. So 5 billion is the moon case. The best bear case will be probably about 50 to about, but anything between 30 to 50x is probably where sane people will be jumping off. So yeah, bro. Sweet. Bro, don't like Sui. Yeah, listen, I don't like Sui too. I don't like Bitcoin. I just love money. Whatever that can make me some more. Yeah, listen, I love your picks, bro. And you know that I hold every single one of those tokens. And I think you have done incredibly well. I'm sure you probably entered Casper at a lot earlier stage. At this stage of the cycle, if you look at this, I'm just looking for value, right? So I'm trying to mix value with some kind of stability. So it's just a hedge. I could put that. Listen, I've got a lot more money in Sui. Of course, I've got a lot more money in Casper, but that has grown in value. So the SUI effect in this portfolio, I think, will do wonders. But yeah, fantastic list, and I hold every single one of those tokens. Yeah, I've got a big bag of AI tech. I love AI tech. AI tech I think there was some news regarding the call center, data center. You can see here. Yeah, I love this. This has got all the viral elements. This has got all the viral elements. So yeah, I do like it, and I think it's still undervalued in my opinion for accumulation. So look at that. They're gonna market their way into Binance. Pick up yourself, the big caveman in the building, and yeah. Alt is a powerhouse, only $18 million in market cap, AI deep in, very well connected, easy 100x. Yeah, listen, I did buy some Alt. I do like Alt, and it's a great project in terms of their partnerships. Lenovo is one of them, right? Right now, it's under 10 cents. So yeah, I mean, it literally, if it found very difficult to get under 10 cents. Showing strength. So I do like Alt. I think Alt will do well. And, it seems to be one of these teams that are really, really doing what they need to do in this space. Look, all you got to remember is when you have real life business partnerships, including, I think BNB is also one of them. But yeah, when you've got this kind of list of people using this technology, then that bodes really well for it. I didn't get an alert. Oh damn, bro! Don't worry, you're never too late, man. We do these marathons, guys. Can we please get 100 likes if we can? So we're gonna get going some more. Bought a small bag of alpha, 7 million market cap. Oh, Troy, but not to worry. Market cap or planning for 7 billion. Yo, that is going to be, yeah, Lord winning, bro. Absolutely. Look, Alf, it was kind of like I tracked it for a while. I actually was in a similar situation in terms of fading it because I was looking for that next Casper for a while. And of course, in terms of the actual team, obviously every project has, good and bad aspect of it. Alf has just got a lot going for it, in my opinion, and I think the team is one of the strongest that I've seen. I would love to get Maud back on the channel. I would love to also ask her maybe to bring the founder. We may have a scoop on that. Hopefully, I'll reach out to her. But yeah, Alf is going to print for every single person here. I think there was a candle today. I don't know if you guys saw. Let's go to 24 hours. You see this? There was a massive buy today. I posted in the Discord. Some person just came in and just absolutely slammed it. What's my opinion on TARS? I think TARS had one of the best charts. TARS AI. I don't actually own it. I have published a buy alert for this for the group a while back. And $13 million right now. The only thing is, I know this is influencer heavy because obviously that's the way they marketed, which is obviously good. But everybody will tell you the first thing they'll point out to is the Solana Foundation. But I don't know what that means in terms of my, I don't know who the Solana Foundation are, but I assume they're just like the SUI Foundation, right? So SUI does backing of some crypto tokens as well. But yeah, I do like this. It's still very low market cap. And up till recently, if we go to their max chart, yeah, that's more like it. That's actually when you see relative, there's no fluctuation apart from this period here, which is back in June when it just went on that crazy run. I do like this one. And I think, in terms of value, because I'm always saying buy value and not do not just buy crypto for the sake of it, or somebody said it. You've got to understand, and I tweeted today, and guys, follow me on Twitter if you can. It would be lovely. But look, this hits home for everybody. Most investors don't grasp the crucial distinction between price and value. Price is what you pay, but value is what you get. So that's all you have to do right now. Looking at TARS AI, if it's going to have all of these creators talking about it, and if it's backed by the Solana Foundation, again, in terms of the overall project price, I'm happy with it. I wouldn't mind stacking a bag, but I don't hold it right now. Troy, you know what? You've got good IQ for crypto, because XLR is, when base gets going, I think that's when XLR gets going. So a lot of people don't actually know what XLR does, and it's almost like a connection point. I think there's some massive partnerships there. Like you said, 20 chains hasn't really got going, and you had that pump. Of course, look at the price in April, right, this year. So it went up to, I think it topped around $2.20. The thing about XLR, guys, is this is kind of in bed with the whole base ecosystem. Majority of the times, I mean, it's on base as well. And if you actually look at the project, already on Coinbase. Yeah, the reason why it's on Coinbase, because it powers a lot of the Coinbase projects. Also, XLR, in terms of their ecosystem, let me just show you something. But actually own any XLR, but you can see here, and in terms of RWA, look, enterprise customers, Microsoft, JP Morgan, Deutsche Bank, and MasterCard. I think this is a brilliant look, RWAs. So if you look at their ecosystem, and again, I presented this to the community a while back. It's not one that's going to explode out of the gate, but when Coinbase is ready, XLR, I think, takes off. And there you go. You've got all your chains over here. Look at that. Work with any asset across any chain. So yeah, this is a really good, if you want to know a project that is bridging, Web 2 and Web 3, XLR is one. But in terms of investing, I mean, you have to be what I consider a true fundamentalist, somebody who is looking for a long-term value. I would probably say XLR falls into those projects that would be that would actually be multi-cycle plays, especially if you accumulate in the next bear market. This does well. What's my opinion on 3 protocol and AI coin incubated by Tectum? I don't know about it, to be honest, brother. So I don't have any opinions about it. The ticker is what, 3? 3. Let's have a look. Incubated by Tectum. Yeah, Tectum need to incubate themselves first before they start incubating other projects. Yeah, they got to take care of business first. Listen, I wouldn't buy this. $7 million market cap. Yeah, I've seen this before, actually. I think I must have posted this in the Discord as a FYI kind of thing. Procurement matching AI neural network. There's enough AI out there. But yeah, listen, yeah, not for me. Not for me. I've looked into this one previously. I said I didn't hear it because I have definitely posted this in the Patreon on the Discord. But yeah, I haven't bought it then, and I wouldn't buy it now. Carvin188 said, are you still bullish on ZF? I'm only bullish on it because I'm staking it. I kid you not, it's out of sight, out of mind. And if staking was ever a thing, I think that is the best thing to do for a cryptocurrency like this. Now, in terms of bullishness, I'm more bullish on the technology and how the DEX works than I am overall with roll-ups and layer 2s and that whole entire ecosystem. And I think that's something that is, or the projects that have meant to be leading the space in terms of layer 2, like ZK Zinc, have absolutely not performed at all. So ZF, as much as it is a great project and I have a big stack, I do believe if we have a layer 2 season like we should, it will absolutely rip. And again, if you haven't used the DEX, zkswap.finance, the ecosystem could have decent flips. You could have the meme coins over there are quite nice. They've got nice earning and farming pools. Look at this. They've got decent APRs across many different assets. So far, look, the project is not the problem. And of course, swap to earn feature is brilliant. You can absolutely swap and degen within the. They've got their own bubbles. I love this DEX. This is the ZF ecosystem bubble. So look, in terms of a project, I'm going to hold this one and say realistically, this should absolutely rip if we get a ZK narrative. If we start, if people start using ZK's sync, this DEX is brilliant. So undervalued. And previously, I actually toyed around with some of their projects here. Like I actually traded this one, which is a Telegram bot. And look at that. At the time, it just ripped up. And right now it's 400K market cap. So at the moment, I haven't really followed it as much because I bought a massive bag and I left it staked. But what is the one token that people could actually flip around even to earn passive income on it? Where is their main meme coin? Forget what it's called now, but they've got a brilliant meme coin that you can actually toy around with. So yeah, ZF hopefully kicks off. Yo, big man in the building. What's going on with the fire emoji, man? Listen, man, when's the collabo, bro? When's the collabo? I'd love to bring you on, man. Invite me, bro. And yeah, we'll get a session going. Big up yourself, bro, man. Guys, if you're looking for alpha, make sure you go and follow my brother Crypto G. And also, big shout out to Cliff from Dynex. I'd love to have the two on a live stream together, man. Both real good guys. Just a misunderstanding, but listen, I love both of you, and I'd love for you guys to absolutely, just wear this Arsenal shirt together, man. But yeah, big up G, guys. Subscribe to his channel. And another thing about Crypto G, guys, what people have his gems, right, in the crypto space. So he's a real one in this space. Just like myself, he puts in a lot of work, and he's an OG. So yeah, big up yourself, bro. My brother there. Yes, much alike, guys. You planning on buying any KRC 20s? Well, to be honest, I should already have some because they screwed me up with the mint. But yeah, I actually looked into the whole KRC 20 stuff. I did a video about it internally and externally. And yeah, gold was one that I was actually looking at in the KRC 20 space. Let's see if CoinGecko have actually got the Casper now as a category. Let's have a look. Yeah, Casper is going to appear on here very soon. But I went to Spaces today about KRC 20. If you haven't checked that, just have a look at it, because that was just like it's good to hear from teams sometimes. I mean, some of the teams sounded better than others, but it's going to be, listen, as long as you don't FOMO into these, because I believe the last, if you're going to learn a lesson from the last launch that they did, it was just like a lot of hungry people trying to get into it. The network got overrun. Casper could not handle that natively. But so far, it seems like everything is looking good for the launch. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of projects on there. There's Casper Coin. Casper is a good one. Castor was another one that I looked at previously. Of course, you got to get yourself a new link on the Casper wallet. And some people mint it, and I don't know if they got their tokens, right? So yeah, listen, you know what? At some point, I'll get round to it, but I have to admit my hunger to rush into these meme coins right now is not as strong when I can stack up fundamental projects at a much better discount. So I'll wait and see where the chips fall. Don't stake anything right now. Yeah, do not stake. I mean, look, the staking of the ZF tokens, you can actually unstake these at any moment. So you can actually go there and just, again, another reason why it's quite a good thing to look into. Let's have a look at the bubbles. Bitcoin has just got up to 60K. Let's see what some of these gaming projects are doing. AI and Deepin. Oh, look at that. Not surprised. ZKML, what's his name? Alex Becker token right there, minus 20%. Cubic under 5, just over 5%. Got some of them pumping. OFN, is it over 10 cents yet? No, still under 10 cents. Two of the more surprising strong kind of deep in projects have been GeoNet, which never actually dips that much. Look, when everything else is just dropping off, GeoNet has not had a massive issue here. I think this one has a lot going for it, and no one talks about it. Natix, yeah, 2% for the month. It's just launched, but it has a low circulation right now. Aether, yeah, Aether here. Yeah, Aether is actually off its lows of about 4 cents last week. So overall, I mean, listen, Based AI is another one over here, which is absolutely, for me, this is one that I have a lot of conviction in terms of my investment strategy. A few others, I mean, things like Blender not pulling up any trees at the moment, $14 million market cap. And another one that maybe will do well is ChainGPT, because of the launch pad, because of what you can do on the actual chain itself. And PAL AI has just listed on Mexi, or will be listed on Mexi tomorrow, even though a slightly bigger market cap. Yeah, so PAL, AGI, and Based AI are all at a similar market cap. So you've got to just make your decisions on what you're going to buy. The one that I see sometimes people missing out, again, back to 1,800 and whatever per billion, is Cubic. I think Cubic is one of those bets that are kind of risky, but at the same time, that could absolutely rip. Troy said, TARS is fantastic, awesome. Solana, not great tokenomics. So DCA is slow, should dip soon. Brilliant advice, brother. Thank you, Troy. Appreciate that, man. Yes, DOP. Let's put DOP in this list. There's few missing from this list, actually. Let's add DOP to the watch list. And let's add, yeah, so we'll add DOP to that list. But yeah, fantastic project, bro. To the moon. Listen, once we finish the accumulation, I think DOP will be covered quite nicely. Don't worry about that. Danny, Arweave is a brilliant project, and most, Arweave or the AR token, because they have another token coming. Look, whatever people say about Arweave, it's just investors not opening their minds into that bigger market cap. So, for example, a valuation here for something that is fully diluted of $1.3 billion is relatively small, considering that they are about to launch their AI token as well. So what I would say is, I saw this in the bear market and faded it. All of last year, this has never been in my accumulation range, but I had it on the watch list for a very long time. Now, obviously, it's gone. It's at $20. This absolutely, I mean, $1.3 billion for these large projects is Arweave. Is, if you hold Arweave, I believe they're also going to have their AI token launching this year or next year. Not sure when. So maybe that's one to watch if you want to have exposure to the Arweave ecosystem. And overall, if you got in the bear market, I think it's pretty, it's fantastic because you're already up significantly, 4x or something like that. But once they launch the new token, which is called AO, let me just follow this one. Let's see what this one is doing in terms of social engagement. So yeah, slightly down, but when was it up? 14th of September, peaked over there. Let's have a look at this on the month. Yeah, it's just not had enough engagement yet. But it's already got a lot of followers, including influencers. You've got to put this one on your watch list. I think this is where most of us will be able to get into the Arweave ecosystem because, again, people actually don't see the AI aspect of Arweave. They just see the file storage like a Filecoin. And I think it's a lot more than that in terms of, when this launches. And if you hold Arweave, I believe they've got an airdrop that could potentially happen. So I like it a lot. Would I invest into it now at $20? No, brother. But I do love the idea that some of these larger market cap tokens can go into 20, 30, 40 billion in the cycle. Kumar, what's happening, bro? Hope you're well. Haven't seen you for a while. Playable games. Yes, I do. And I actually hold a small amount somewhere. And I do like playable. I've always kind of like had a soft spot for playable and Citus. I don't think that would change anytime soon. Which coins do you see from a layer one this cycle qualifying as the next Solana? I think there's only one. I mean, Sui is the obvious one. And again, Sui would be not only because of the fact that I'm saying Sui, but if you were here the last cycle, you knew where certain things were going in terms of adoption. So Sui has an ecosystem. They're just building USDC natively on Sui. So when that drops, I think that the fireworks will then start. So you've got to have now, I don't know if you've actually interacted with the Sui ecosystem, you need to actually bridge assets over, which is not really nice. But when you have native assets on Sui, I think that's when Sui starts to go absolutely berserk. Of course, you've got the X1, you've got the gaming element, they've got a meme ecosystem. This is a Solana competitor. I don't think it's a Solana killer. But in terms of the top 100, I think this should knock off BNB into, of course, if it's not artificially inflated, which I don't think they will do, but this would be the next big layer one, in my opinion. Only because, you've got to look at people like not only Grayscale, but Franklin Templeton openly talking about Sui's potential or having the best team in the space. So yeah, check out Sui. Look at the ecosystem. I think the ecosystem will be key to how Sui does on the Sui Foundation side of things as well. Tom said, which one are you more bullish on, Sui or Alf? I think Alf is the ultimate ticket to I don't know, to the Maldives, to Micronesia. Sui is me demanding a return for my investment this cycle. So Sui for me is a relatively safe bet, but also something that I would like to be involved in terms of the potential upside, at the same time having the relative safety of a layer one that's backed by everyone, or the major players in the space like your Grayscales and whoever else is going to come on board. But Alpha is the most bullish cryptocurrency that I hold, and that's never going to change. I mean, it was Casper last year, buying that around that penny and under. So yeah, I would say Alpha is probably the Casper of this side of the bull market. But I'm incredibly bullish on this because I think the days of investors going to buy a portfolio of 20 low cap gems are over. And I can give you specific evidence as to why. If you held, let's say, for example, let's say Render, right? If you held Render last year, you would have done much better than most. Look at that. So you would have participated in this in this move here. You know, render was at some stage 52 cents. I bought render at one point, and I flipped it back. You know, I got excited over $2, $2.50, $3. I'm like, I'm out of this. But if I held render, and even into this second peak here, it was a much better hold. But at the time, if you listen to the market, you know, it was only like big channels talking about it, right? You know, as we say, smart money. So I would definitely say, look, holding a significant or sorry, a percentage of large caps in your portfolio will give you a bull run that you can actually go to bed at night and say, look, you know, if all else fails, then I'll take a 20x or 10x or 15x on this token, right? Whereas the idea is, if you pack a portfolio of 10 projects under 100 million or under 10 million or whatever the mix is, with some meme coins, as I'm seeing people doing, I do portfolio reviews. That's a recipe for disaster. So when all the big money is making money, and they're buying tokens that they are going to artificially inflate, with your micro coins on my micro caps, I'm hoping for a whale to step in. So I'm at the mercy of a whale to come in, if that makes sense, guys, right? But if I have something that is designed from the beginning, like, say, for example, a SUI, which is going to be, there's going to be bigger money moving that, not the hope of a whale stepping down and taking profit in my obscure micro cap coin. Everything does pump, but they pump and some things die. So that's just my the way of thinking right now. But yeah, you know, things could change. You know, if we get those 10x's from the big cabs, we can be the degens and start rotating others into other tokens as well. Kunal said, may see some. I think we may see some sharp fall on the 22nd of September to the 26th of October. Equinox effect, absolutely. Look, I'm kind of prepared for both ways. So we are going to get a pump into FOMC, no doubt. That they're going to do that, right? This is going to be, and what they're selling to retail right now is the argument between 25 and 50 basis points. But you got to ask yourself, why would Jerome Powell be cutting 50 basis point when the CPI data came out relatively well? So the actual number could be 25, most likely to be 25, but there is an argument for 50 basis points, and that's what's going to hype us up. A lot of the FOMO I'm seeing right now is led by that thinking, oh man, we're going to have 50 basis points. But yeah, it's going to be, you know, by the time we get towards the rate cuts on the 18th, we're just going to see prices shoot up, and then we're just going to have a correction. And like you said, I don't know if it goes all the way to the 26th of October, sorry, but October I'm prepared for. And September I'm prepared for, because I think if the prices go this way, I've been telling the community to dollar cost average, so nobody should be feeling that they've all committed into the market. I made some purchases the other day, but those were just collective small DCA buys that I grouped together, and I bought about, what was it, about $15,000 of SUI, because my other entry was slightly lower than that. So yeah, no, good call, brother. Samson, Mr. Taylor said, I'm bullish. I feel bullish on ALF because I don't know enough about SUI, but would be great to own both. Yeah, absolutely. Look, I agree with you. Listen, you know, ALF is going to give you more access, right? Unless we are, like we say, obviously the network effect of the market, because we are going to be in a bigger cycle. We are going to be in a, this is what we're looking at, right? So 2024, look where we are. It's a long way to go, guys. So, you know, we're talking about buying. There is an absolute eternity. The sensational effect, or what crypto YouTube does, is to say, you just buy now. But the buys have to be measured. So I believe, if you see here from the last cycle, after the COVID dump, if we make our own slight little correction here, and we start moving back up. Eventually, what will happen is you'll have a small period of, or a small window of opportunity to buy, and then we go absolutely insane into the election. I think this year we will. And then we will continue further, a bit like we've done here, but maybe it could be even more explosive. So it's a blank canvas right now. So one of the ways that you should reduce any FOMO effect is if you're happy with your bags, then you should always be content, and then see what happens. If green candles come, great. If they come to your neighbors, just be happy for them, because crypto has a habit of getting you to feel shit when your friend tells you, I bought this shit coin and it's now 20x. So you got to measure that. ZF, I've talked about it. Tectum, I've talked about it. ML, I've talked about it. And GFAL, yeah. Parks, thank you for the question, brother. If you scroll back maybe 20 minutes or so, I've talked about all three of them. What do I think, ZF? I think it's a low cap gem. It needs layer 2s to go insane. ZK Singh's got to wake up. There's got to be some kind of belief in that whole layer 2 ecosystem. Ethereum's got to do well, right? Because obviously ETH right now is not in the best condition. So ETH has got to show some strength, and then you'll see ZF do something with the layer 2s. Tectum is a gem. Buy it under $10. Mint Layer had a strong positive reaction towards the price change of Bitcoin. So now we know it moves only in an uptrended market. Otherwise, do not expect Mint Layer to hold if the market is dumping, right? So soon as Bitcoin goes over onto all-time high, all new all-time highs, you will see Mint Layer perform. And I think GFAL is GFAL. It's the penny stablecoin of gaming, but big respect to them. They've moved to Dubai. They're ramping up a bit of marketing. I do hold GFAL, and I hope it gets to where it needs to go. Yeah, Castro. Yeah, I saw that. I keep getting alerts every second on my phone. It is pumping quite a lot. Money Oracle said, "Stop crying. Put everything in the market." Absolute legend. This is not financial advice. Go all in, and all this crying and fear, man up. Listen, you are absolute legends. So you know what you're gonna get, brother? You're gonna get, big up yourself, man. You're gonna get the you're gonna get a Tyrone right here, man. What a legend, bro. What an absolute legend. So this cycle, I don't want to hear anyone saying, "Y'all got any more discounts? Y'all got anyone one more of them chapters?" Oh, mate, when we start pumping, right? And you know this is gonna happen. It's just good, you know, someone's gonna message me and say, "Yo, is Alf good to buy now?" And I look at Alf and it's $20. And I'll be like, because I like to be helpful, right? "Oh, brother, where did you find Alf?" "Yeah, I saw that on your video back in 2023, 24, whenever it was." "Yeah, $25. So I've got a decision to make, right? I've got to then turn into Crypto Galaxy. I say, "Yeah, it's going to the moon." It's going to $12, for fuck's sake. But yeah, listen, you don't want to be a Tyrone. And I love that comment. I think that comment plays, into everyone. Like, there's always a bit of Tyrone in everybody, but we are going to get a lot of Tyrones, bear of them coming into the market hopefully soon. GFAL. Oh, listen, I don't know if I can post a chart of GFAL here. I don't know if there's, this channel is actually strictly for over 18s, but let me just see that legendary chart we had for GFAL, because I genuinely believe this is one of the best charts I've ever seen. And if you don't want to know the score, look away now. So someone in our Discord still want to blow this up, man, but it's got to get some attention here, man. So this is the this is what we're looking for. And if we can get a Tyrone like sorry guys, I've been going for a while, so yeah, let's keep going, man. So if any Tyrones come into the market next year, we'll say, look, just buy the thing. We know that chart, man. That chart is legendary, bro. It's cool. For anyone who wants to search that on TradingView, man, check it out. Put it into the search bar, GFL cock chart, and it will just pop up, literally. Listen, it could always do biggie smalls, man. You know, what did he say? Took the ladder to success, escalator style. That could be a way of looking at that. I will sell 90% of my portfolio in March 2025 and enter at the end of September the 1st for 1 month play again for final top. Listen, that's balls, right? Listen, you are gonna get the chart, bro. Listen, that is a metal of steel. When you're doing that, bro, when you get your chart, when you get back into the market that time, I'm gonna be chilling in the Maldives or Zanzibar or somewhere. I'm gonna go to one of the islands. Maybe I'll go to the West Indies or something, and I'll give you a shout and say, bro, how's the game going? Because at that point of the cycle, I hope I have no crypto left except some relatively safe stable coins. Bro said, gaming token I hold is Marvia. Big up heroes of Marvia, bro. And I am always happy to talk about Marvia. Marvelous Marvia, as I call it. And we can only dream right now. I need the it's interesting, you know, they used to have a lot of KOLs, and I believe Scry Studios, when the timing is right, will come and market the shit out of this. I honestly believe that, because they've got deep pockets, and I think the project overall has got out some of the VCs that wanted to do the horrible vesting, that wanted to dump on people. They got those people out. So I'm looking at this project onwards and upwards. Let us get a Binance listing, for goodness sake, and let's go to $30 minimum at the start, and then hopefully do whatever from there. But this is genuinely a good chance for investors right now to buy something that will have potentially, you know, go to maybe $50 or $100. Marvelous, Marvia, he said. Absolutely, bro. This is not financial advice. Go in, right? If you got, like we said before, if you've got the money, yeah, get the equity out of your house. I mean, listen, you know, I've got a chart for that, bro. And where is my lovely little chart? And by the way, to any of you Aston Villa fans, good evening. I don't know if Jay's here tonight. Good evening. I've got, yeah, let me get you my, listen, you know, this is simple, right? What you're saying is so spot on, but just next week onwards, you'd actually notice that the opportunities are even more insane. But let's put this on a chart, because this chart will basically qualify some of the altcoins and just literally the buy signal of crypto. I love this. I mean, this, if you actually come back into the at the top of the cycle, you look at this chart, the red line is to buy a house. Now, Bitcoin came up to buying a house 3 times here. So this is what a lot of investors were scared of. Let me just see if I can. I can zoom in. I'll zoom out. There we go. All right. So at the top of this is the price of Bitcoin. Bitcoin gets above that red line. The red line moves over here to the all-time high, is to sell all your crypto. Right now, we've been at these bottoms, which is always where the bear markets are, right? So if you look at the accumulation points of every bear market, crypto basically comes up, altcoins. So that's the altcoin signal. So what I would say is right now, you're above this green line, which is where you should be buying altcoins. And we've been, I've been talking about this, it's relatively sell your house. Sell your house, get rid of your house. Who needs a house? Go move to your local train station for a few months and buy your altcoins. But this actually, total market cap of alts, price of Bitcoin, and obviously these actually, that line is kind of an indicator where you should be DCAing in to buy. So right now we are at these levels with alts. So yeah, your comments are absolutely spot on, bro. Samsung said G Swift. Yeah, they need to swiftly move that unless it's some kind of a check it. I've already talked about it. Under 10 cents. Listen, you're buying an infrastructure play. Layer twos are dying out in terms of the overall narrative. This is why also if you look at Myria, for example, the whole idea, Myria need to focus on gaming. G Swift need to focus on the infrastructure of gaming, right? That's what makes them bullish. Star Heroes is launched on there. I wouldn't be against accumulating G Swift under 10 cents because in a gaming run, I think it has a lot to offer, especially with the tokenomics burn that they've announced. Jay Powell ordered enough ink to print these bad boys. Yeah, no, I hope Jay Powell is not messing about this time around, bro. It will be Marbella or McDonald's. 100%. Like a lot of people, listen, guys, we're the ones. Look, if you look at, I was looking at some funny trends. Like I know we use these every now and then, especially creators. Listen, there are some gem YouTubers out there that I think everybody should follow. Now, if you explore Bitcoin, right, this is quite interesting. There's nobody here. Like, there's no views. Like back in March and April, if you saw some of the view counts for a small channel like mine, they were quite impressive. Now we just get our regulars, which is no problem because we're not chasing a lot of viewers. But interest over time in Bitcoin has just peaked right on the 15th of September. Why? Because I'm looking at regional here. This is just the UAE. So let's go global. And the picture is different, but more or less the same in terms of on a global level. So you can see here, we're starting to pick up. And once you start overlaying this with, say, for example, the search term cryptocurrency, look at this. That peak came, look at that, earlier on today. So if we change the time, so worldwide, let's go to the past. Let's go to the past, maybe. You know what? Let's look at past 5 years, so you can get a much bigger sense of the data. And then let's add ETH onto this. And let's just overlay this with Solana. Okay. So this is, you start to see globally where the top searching countries are. Now, what I like to look at is, let me just bring this a bit more. So you start to understand who's here. And when they say, oh, there's nobody here, retail's not here, I don't think it's necessarily true. And I tell you why it's not true. It's not true because retail have been here for the meme casino, right? A lot of people left crypto because of that. But what do we know from here? We've got massive interest of Bitcoin, mostly coming out of countries like El Salvador, Egypt, Japan, Ghana. Of course, there's other regions as well. And let's include low search volume regions. So you start to see in some countries, obviously they're searching for things like Shiba Inu, Safe Moon. Over the part, this is 5-year data, by the way. But once you come here and you see where we are, Bitcoin had a massive interest between 3rd of March to the 9th of March. That's the biggest we saw this year, right? So 2021, November here, May 2021, it peaked. And look at that, right there. So look how early we are in relation to the number of people that are actively searching for these terms worldwide. I expect this to be from 2021. This what's going to do that? I think once we break the all-time high, they're just going to flood in. So an interesting take on the global cryptocurrency search results and why some places are more important than others. Some countries actually focus on different things like meme coins, and some regions obviously focus on Bitcoin and things like that. So once we get the floodgates open, I think hopefully for all of us that are here tonight, I don't think we're going to see McDonald's. I'll take Marbella. CAS could break the top 20 soon. Yeah, CAS is, let me just bring on. Yeah, from a market cap perspective, I think CAS is sure. It's literally set to do incredible things. Now, whether it goes to top 20, top 30, top 10, it remains to be seen. I think it's got a very strong chance of doing that. Where are we coming up to? $3.38 billion in market cap. So if we go back to the, let's go back to the top 100. Casper, in terms of the big money coming into Casper, it's been documented for best part of a year, half a year now. Big money is buying Casper, so Casper will do well. It doesn't give us the upside that we're looking for anybody who's trying to accumulate right now. System's just overloaded. Yeah, look at that. So top 10. XRP, they're probably cooking something there with their stablecoin. Number 9, Toncoin, 14 billion. Doge, Tron in the top 10. Cardano. So yeah, Cardano could be move, bitch, get out the way. I mean, Cardano needs to probably top 10. I would say top 10 could be realistic if obviously Casper goes 21. I mean, about to break into the top 20. You're right. Not that far off at all. Taking over Neo Protocol. Yeah, that's a very good observation there, Alpha Tech. Boom, boom, boom. Sonic. Have you seen Sonic Solana EVM? So Hassan, yes, I was approached by the team or their marketing department to shill some nodes, and yeah, I just declined it, bro. Absolutely not. Listen, it could be a good project, no doubt, and but I won't be selling any nodes to my community for sure. I don't think that's the direction I want to take, and they always do that approach, and fair enough. I mean, it's I don't know what my appetite moving forward is for node projects, unless it's a superb project. This could be one of those, but I'm on Telegram with those guys, and if obviously the community is interested, they could always let me know. But so far, I haven't actually gone into that at all. Evening, Mr. Gates in the building. Marvia, please. Marvia, I just talked about Marvia. I love Marvia. I'm a maxi. It's on my charts. Animoca brands, all of that. Binance Labs. What I would say is just had a comparison for market cap. If we go to the level of Gala in the last cycle, not even Axie Infinity. Forget about Axie. That's just way too big. And that's a moon boy kind of mindset. But listen, if it goes to IMX's all-time high or Gala's all-time high, which is about that $5 billion market cap, the X's are well over 150. Is that what we're going to plan for? Absolutely not. So bear case scenario, if we get 30 or 2 billion, 2 to 3 billion or $60, I think that's going to be incredible from where we are today. Crazy levels, but I don't consider myself as Teflon Don. Return game. Get rich or die trying, get wrecked. 3 to 5, 5x from here. Listen, I 3 to 5. You're obviously on the bearish side, but look, I always like sensible price targets, and I wouldn't say, you know, I don't know. I think 10x is probably priced in about $1.7, but $1 to $3 was always my target for Casper to spread the exits. Yo, big up yourself, my brother, Big Yeti, a special brother, man. Thank you for, listen, happy birthday to my man Coz. Yeti was kind enough to give him a lovely set of something, some birthday tokens. Casper about to rally, Frad said in the short time. Yeah, I can probably see why. Are you long in Casper, guys? Potentially for any of you. Freeway Ricky Ross, bro. I bought a meme token just because of him. How much of a DJ am I, man? Yeah, Ricky Ross, the real Rick Ross. He was a legend, bro. I'll get to the bottom of these. Let me just go through the rest of the what's going on. What's happening, bro? Big Gonzo in the building. What? My brother, all the way from Buenos Aires, Argentina. Juan Roman Raquelme, the one and only. Yo, listen, let me just get rid of this person here. Wait, let me just go to the next comment. Yeah, let me just ban that dickhead. Calling people names like that is unacceptable, you stupid little prat. Learn some manners. Go talk to your mama before you reference a respectable person that way. You know, listen, I'm going to get Crypto G and Cliff together because there's a bit of misunderstanding. But dickheads like that coming onto my channel, you know, typing shit like that, they're going to get banned. I'm going to give them the people's elbow. And you know what? He doesn't even deserve to be a Tyrone. But definitely, listen, I'm gonna get my boys on here so we can have a good chat and have, you know, crypto. Listen, crypto, we need to build each other up, guys. You know, no pussios in the game. You know what I mean? Someone reported to YouTube, it was automatically removed. Let me scroll down in these comments, guys. Bro said, thoughts on Dusk. I love it. And big up to Crypto Muzzer because he fished that one out of the pond. And based on his advice, I did a buy alert in our group and the RWA section. It's going into, I think it goes into mainnet on the 20th. But Dusk is fully diluted and it's a lovely project. Yeah, I heard. Yo, these motherfuckers, man. Excuse my French. Yeah, let me just ban the other dickhead as well. Guys, listen, if you come to my channel talking shit, I'm just going to fucking ban you. Not financial advice. Unlisted, my friend. You don't have no say to get the... Guys, what's this beef, man? Yo, G, let's talk on Telegram. Cliff, let's talk on Telegram. I don't know what's going on, but these little idiots just spitting lyrics in my channel. I'm a positive guy, man. Yes, it is. Who's this? Another. Yo, I gotta ban this one as well. What is this, man? Listen, don't come here swearing at people, man. Unless you want some beef with me. Yo, G, let's talk, brother. Yeah, big man thing. I'm banning half of these people coming onto these comments, man. Yeah, G, listen, G's fire, and I don't know what's going on here, bro. Sure, you be my friend. Wicked. Yo, boys. The Commission, Uncle Paulie, P. Diddy, Caesar de Janeiro. Do you know what beef is? Ask yourself. You don't be so. What was that on your live stream? What's that, bro? Listen, you know what? My live stream is just like because listen, there comes a time where I need to take back the seat to steer the ship. You know, I want to talk about all the projects. I want to give people. I want to answer some questions. And yeah, to get better exchanges. Yeah, absolutely, bro. I'm sure they're working on that. Yeah, I need to stop getting angry. Kosa, you're right, buddy. Bro, I swear to God. Yeah, guys, listen. Let's get together, man. Let's listen to Bob Marley, man. Yeah. Wish I found him. Yeah, he's a legend, bro. Look, yeah, listen, look, all these other pussies copy my guy. And listen, I need to bring the boys in the room because for real, there is some misunderstanding going on. And but listen, you can't say Crypto G's name in the same sentence as you know, as other mandems. Let's just put it that way. Will you ever get more exchanges listing? Yo, guys, honestly, man. Yeah, whoever drops any name like that, I'm gonna just ban them, right? And I think I'm actually way behind in terms of comments anyway, guys. Now, guys and girls, it's that time of the show where we wrap things up. But before we do that, we are going to talk a little bit of my favorite topic, which is football and hip hop. Classical music is included. No shook ones, just the real ones. Imbelta was here all along. Imbelta, hoe gaat het? How are you? I hope you're well. I hope the family's well. I haven't seen my sister for a while. But yeah, good to see you. Guys, I've recovered from my flu. I'm doing much better. And soccer. Yeah, listen, what's your favorite music, guys? What are you into? You know, are you into Beethoven? Are you into UB40? Take That? Do you listen to hip hop? You know, but yeah, Mobb Deep is solid, man. I love Mobb Deep. Who's that? Was banned. The comments were removed. Yeah, I had to remove all of these guys, man. So anyway, guys, I've been on it for 2 hours. I've done my service to the community, and I wish you all a lovely night. And listen, I'm gonna message a few of my friends, and I want to talk to them and see what the hell's going on, man. But listen, I wish you lots of X's, love, happiness, well-being, and I'll catch you on the next one. Good night, guys.